I'm about to do a reading. These are the last two energies that was on the table at the last read when I done the karmic reading that I kind of honed in on, so I knew I was going to come back and do a reading on these two energies. I just been meditating on the energies, shuffling the cards in and everything, and I picked up on some energies, like definitely for me, I honed it more in on the fair male energy. This energy for me, the dark male, is more of a scarce energy, a kind of ghost energy, double life kind of energy, secretive, some kind of security kind of energy, protective kind of energy. But looking in at this fair male is in a kind of denial energy, looking over the yonder kind of energy, looking at more towards happier times, kind of past and future, because the present kind of unsure, like a kind of grey area. I feel like a kind of friendship energy between these two, like best friend energy. Saying all of that, it could just be one person with that split personality energy is what I'm also picking up on. Also, I felt an energy of something is not the right time to do now, like a kind of, and I felt that all through, like something ain't the right time to do now. Someone feels like they're putting too much into a situation and not getting much back into return. Loyalty, juggling, 222 came up as well. Some kind of illusion and some kind of getting over some kind of illusion, some kind of delusion that somebody was trapped in. I pick up on that this is the air energy. I picked up on the air energy in the masculine reading, in the Emperor's reading. It was titled, it doesn't have to be a case of like father and son and something or the other. But I picked up on this energy coming in. Very immature communication, fierce communication. With, at the time of the reading, was the Emperor's energy, which well could be the spare male's energy. But yeah, I'm going to get into the reading. That's just the energies that I kind of picked up on, so I'm just going to go in and I'm going to see what's the major arcana energy around this fair male and this dark male in regards to this card. Shouldn't even have been in the deck here, and that's the Queen of Wands. I didn't even know that was in the deck. I'm not going to take it, but that was the third party energy. I thought I'd shuffle these ones in, but I've got so much deck here that I'm using. All energy, Aries energy. This is that kind of energy. Again, I said that felt to me like a fire energy. Justice, Libra energy. Again, that felt like this dark mode energy. So it could be that we're talking to an Aries and a Libra. Sagittarius at the bottom of the deck again. Gemini. Both air and fire energy. Bottom of the deck, Empress. Magician, but the Magician is in the reverse. So again, that shows air energy, but it also shows the energy of manipulation. Low vibration. Misuse of power kind of energy. This is the deck that I ended, well not ended, but this is the same deck that I picked up the two energies from Fair Male and Dark Male. So I'm going to go back into it and see what clarifies. Young female. Okay. Clarity. Just confirmed everything I was feeling in my pre-shuffle. I was only asking for one card, but two fell out. Beauty Queen fell out in the reverse, and Friendship fell out in the reverse. So that's confirmation for me right there. Again, that this felt like some kind of friendship. This is a third party situation right here. And if you look at the Empress at the bottom of the deck, this is 4+ party going on. Dancing Queen in the reverse. This card also came out in yesterday's reading. I felt an energy of an older vibe, an older woman, an older feminine energy, as well as a younger energy. So there was two energies that this fair male that I believe is the Emperor energy was connected to. One being this young female. Bottom of the deck is family. Again, I felt a real strong tie between these two here. Like a kind of loyalty energy. But the loyalty is being betrayed in this thing. This fair male's turned his back, contemplating, deep contemplation, looking in all kinds of directions. Coulda, woulda, shoulda energy. And then you've got this dark male who's almost looking towards him. And this kind of an energy, I don't know if you can see the facial expression. But it's like someone's glaring at him from a distance, from afar. I feel like this young female had an option between these two males, which caused disagreement between them. I picked that up in the Emperor's reading. I'm gonna get overall. The light and abundance both in the reverse. I was trying to clarify for the fair male. So the light and abundance are both in the reverse. that coulda, woulda, shoulda energy. Something hasn't worked out for the spare male in this situation, and it's costed friendships. Community. That's who this dark male. This dark male is going to bring some kind of change to this situation. That kind of knight in shining armor. When I was reshuffling, this energy over here felt to me like some kind of protective energy, like some kind of security. One more card. This card wants to come out. Inner peace. In reverse, fulfillment. Bring some kind of change to the community that wasn't a fulfillment. Just out of curiosity, one card for this young female energy. Purification in the reverse. That's someone's innocence. I feel like someone's innocence being taken. What wanted to also come out was enlightenment, success, and diligence. In yesterday's reading, there was the energy of a young female, a young feminine energy that was taken advantage of, like an exploitation energy, and more. It was deep. I can see I'm going to go back into the energy. It was the energy I didn't really want to touch back on because it was a triggering energy. Like, this young female was being exploited by the other energy I picked up in the reading, which was like an older feminine energy, as well as this young feminine energy who was in a pregnancy state, a rebirth energy, with up to at least 4 different partners. And I believe that maybe this dark energy could possibly be one of them. But for her, most probably a better option than this fair male. But because of this purification in the reverse, it's broken some kind of friendship. Because of the manipulation in the situation, I believe from the older feminine that I picked up in yesterday's karmic reading, of some kind of cartel operation being run, some kind of brothel operation. And this dark male, from the masculine's reading, from the emperor's reading, came in and caught this young female in a situation. Is coming back up in this reading. Beauty queens in the reverse. Out of curiosity, someone doesn't see somebody anymore for what they used to be to them. This dark male, some more energy. Focus. She lost her focus. She lost her focus whilst this person was away, because in the masculine reading, this Knight of Swords was away. Bottom of that deck is taking risks. energy around the fair male. It says the energy is gaining momentum. Pisces energy. It says meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Bottom of the deck. Luck. Luck. Luck is on your side. Sorry. New moon in Sagittarius. One sec. I want to get a card as well for this magician in the reverse. As neutral energy. 2 cards. It says you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. So there was manipulation. This young female was taken so much advantage of that she was made to not feel good about herself. That was in the reverse. That was clarifying the magician energy. It says a time for healing. So this is that knight in shining armor energy that's going to bring peace, transformation to the community, to all that's been going on whilst they was away. They're going to show this young female what they need to do to heal. First of all, they need to believe in the impossible and know and believe that they are good enough. Responsibility. That's what this fair male is looking at towards now. I said it in another reading. Every time I see this card, it reminds me of a child, a young child. You know when you're doing your planting and your seeding, that's the beginning, and you've got that responsibility in your hand. It says self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment. Fulfillment came over here. Card number 20. I don't know about this responsibility. Inspiration in the reverse. Someone took advantage of somebody who they was left responsible for. Divine consciousness. I feel like somebody didn't know. Somebody was unaware of what was going on. Totally 100% clueless to what was going on. There was no communication about it. In reverse. No inkling of what was going on here. Self-expression. Even though this dark male was having communication with this young female didn't disclose what was taking place. Personal boundaries. She was lowering her boundaries. She was going back to yesterday's reading, well, not yesterday's reading, but the reading that I did time before this. It says choice, assertiveness, empowerment, authenticity. Well, I can't say them words when I'm reading, but she lost herself. Basically, in this situation, whilst this dark male was away, she lost herself to the manipulation of this fair male. Now that this dark male is back, he's got some serious thinking to do. Serious thinking to do. I can't help but have sympathy for this young feminine energy. Someone can't believe what somebody was made to do for money. They're finding out about the exploitation. They start melt. Communication and intelligence. Somebody was making out that they're doing well, that they're going to school, higher education, that they're juggling work and finances, that they were getting the right support and love around them, the right direction, the right guidance. That's what this beauty queen in the reverse was communicating. So now I feel like this is the same energy. This beauty queen and this young female is the same energy. I don't know whether this dark energy is a father figure to this young female, or whether it's her partner, one of. But it seems to be a mature energy, a wise energy, a conscious energy. Not happy about the advantage that this fair male is taking of this young female. How does this dark male feel towards this fair male? What's the energy of this dark male towards this fair male in regards to this situation? There's love in the situation. There's forgiveness in the situation. There's a humble man. I can see just by the imagery of the photo of the card. Sorry, it's a humble energy. Somebody that wants to bring peace and transformation to the community. It came in the kind of obstacle position for me. This is how it felt. And in this kind of way, it's in the mind. So I feel like this dark male senses a kind of desperation of this fair male for whatever that reason may be. But he also sees an unstable person, so he can forgive the action because he can see where it's coming from. He can see why he would take the risk and do whatever it was that was done here with this young female. The energy of this fair male towards this dark male. Will. Relationship. Isn't it? Willpower here and relationships here Is it that there's no forgiveness from this fair male for something that's taken place here? Tell me more about the energy. Awareness, attention, reality, connection. Imagination, focus, experience, manifestation. So I feel like this fair male is saying that he saw a potential within this young female energy. He saw a potential there. He saw that it can turn into a relationship. That's what he visualized for himself. But the thing is, it's not honest communication, I don't feel, because there's no emotion in this card. It's dry. It's just something that he feels sounds politically correct to this dark male. Because there's manipulation here, all over this. That's the center of this, is manipulation. There was something in it for this fair male. The actions just came out. There was a foundation reason, there was a bottom ground to this. There was another, it says action, it says movement, perseverance, discipline and motivation. He wasn't thinking about the dark male. In all that was going on, with all the options that this fair male had, free will, the willpower, change, all of that, he wasn't thinking, look, crown chakra in the reverse. He wasn't thinking about this dark male at all. There was no discipline in the situation. He saw a situation that he could take advantage of, and he did. This young female needs to do some sacral and some throat chakra work. She's trapped within a delusion of of this situation. She's still trapped within the manipulation. Low self-esteem right now. Like whatever creativity this young female had, it's being drained from her. It's literally being drained from her by this situation that she's in here with the fair male, bottom of the deck. Belongings, finances, assets, treasures. Drained for her finances, of what she can offer, what she can bring. In a manipulative way. It's not like it's a balanced way. I don't feel like this is a balanced way. I feel like this is a manipulative way. And this dark male can see that in this situation. I feel like the only person that can't see this in the situation is this young female. Again, from the reading of yesterday. So I'm asking to clarify responsibility in this trickery. Again, I was talking about this card reminds me of a child, X, Y, and Z, so I feel like there's some kind of trickery. Third party energy. sorry about that. You wouldn't have seen these cards come out. The only cards that you would have seen come out was trickery. Yeah, because the camera cut off. So it's easy to kind of explain because there's only a few other cards that came. So acceptance and destiny came within the energy of this fair male. Joy in the reverse, creation and service came for the dark male here. Soulmate came for the energy of this young female with confusion. This knocked off, clean off. I had to fix it back on. That's when I realised that it stopped recording. So what I get from this is that this dark male's energy ain't happy about this situation. He was away recovering from something. Didn't realise all of this was going on whilst he was in that state. There was a lot going on whilst he was in that state. A lot of manipulation, low vibration. Whilst this young female was being taken advantage of, being made to believe that they was in a soulmate connection and that something could work here. When asked in the energy of this young female, confusion came out, and again, like I said, this knocked off. So I'm just going to clarify now, confusion. About the passion. About some sacred energy. This is a chakra card, so, and it's orange, so this shows me that it's something to do with the sacred area. Passion. Maybe about what a passionate time done in yesterday's reading. It felt like a one night stand energy, and look at this. For a second I felt like that was a child or a baby in her hand. Some more about this confusion of this passion. But for whatever the reason, this fair male was willing to accept whatever this trickery was in order to bring balance to the manipulation. It's all part of a plan. Because when this card came out, it flew over onto responsibility and manipulation. This the magician card. It feels very orchestrated. Very orchestrated. Very twanged. Grief. But whatever it was, there was a spanner thrown in the works. Something interrupted it. It's blown right over onto the dark male. Impatience. Enough is enough. Someone's seen enough of the situation, or someone's going to bring order to this situation. Someone's going to bring that peace to the community. Again, I'm hearing once again. Someone's going to bring grief to this situation. Look, no forgiveness in this situation. Look at this. It's literally flying out as it is. Prayer flew out in the reverse over the grief card. So there's no prayer in this. No forgiveness. And this flew right over on the destiny and acceptance card. Dissipating in the reverse. This is the urgency energy I'm picking up on. And that dark male, this is energy. I feel like someone's watching somebody from afar. They're watching a situation from afar. But it's an energy for this fair male to be wary of. Be wary of. There's no forgiveness in the situation from this dark male. It's almost like a revengeance energy I'm picking up on. Somebody... enlightenment, miracle. Someone's going to bring miracles falling on confusion, which was the young female's energy. So someone's going to bring enlightenment. Enlightenment was in the reverse. Someone's going to turn the situation upside down in order to bring the enlightenment that this young female needs to remember who she is the creativity, that creative side of her. Not to allow this situation to break her core energy, who she truly is. Not to allow the manipulation to break her down. This dark male energy is angry. I feel the anger coming from this dark male energy. In yesterday's reading as well, there was an energy of the Emperor. The travel card came out using the same deck. Travel card came out in the reverse. And I believe communication was quite close with it. I felt the energy of this fair male energy. At the time it was the Emperor's energy, but now I know it's one energy. Was having to leave quickly from a situation without even saying bye to those around him. Now I feel like it's because of this dark male's energy that's looking to put wrath over this situation. It's like the Emperor's return, the true Emperor's return. I'm feeling the true Emperor's return, renewal. Someone's return. I'm feeling guilty. But then it could be that someone's feeling no guilt to the situation. They never knew, but they've got compassion towards it, and they're willing to help somebody get over whatever this energy is. I feel like someone's saying like they're still recovering, or they're too old for this. They've got things to do. Brother and sister transformation. So okay, this kind of it's bringing another energy to it. Now it's kind of tying up the loose or the missing pieces. So this young female could be a younger sister to this dark male. The Night Princess, ungrounded. Tamlin, battle. It was in the reverse. So again, just by with these cards coming out, getting a bit more insight into the situation. This is a brother, sister, or this could be someone's sibling, let's say. This is someone's younger sibling that's in a situation of manipulation. That's why there's no forgiveness in the situation. Because this fair male is ungrounded. That's why the mind card came out in the obstacle, neither upright or reverse. Because there's an instability about this fair male. And he took advantage of a situation whilst this dark male was away. But this dark male, as the card said before, there's going to be transformation in the situation. He's going to bring change to the situation. Bottom of the deck, greed. It says what came of picking flowers? Greed. Somebody got greedy. Somebody got greedy and took advantage of somebody's vulnerability or somebody's mind space. Be it a depression that somebody was in, I don't know, but there's an advantage taken here. family room in the reverse. Concern in the reverse. Do you know what it is? Let me reshuffle. All of my cards are in the reverse. The reason being I had them upside down and upside down. The energy of the reading is that deep. I don't want to bring any confusion to it with my cards being in the way. I don't always read these kind of cards, oracle cards, or these kind of cards in the reverse. But when the energy of the reading is this deep, I take it as I see it, and I want to make sure it starts right. But I definitely feel the energy of concern. I definitely 100% feel the energy of some kind of concern here in regards to some kind of family situation. Already, a false person directly on top of each other, clarifying, well, not even clarifying the fair male, but it's fun trickery over the fair male energy. I was just asking about the situation. Different deck, same energy. Something's being brought in the near future to court. Something's going to courthouses here in regards to finances, someone's sudden wealth. The energy of fraudulent embezzlement kind of energy. The police is being called in this situation over someone being taken advantage of. This is that working girl energy that I picked up in yesterday's reading. This is that working girl's energy. This situation, this is that authority energy that I picked up again in the masculine's reading, or was it the karmic reading, where the community was concerned about what was going on within a home or in a house, within a brothel even. And when the police or the authorities went looking, they found concern within one of the feminine energy spaces. There was like a silent message being told towards this authority figure, which made them go looking, which is now in the distant horizon brought some kind of, like I said, obstacle, some kind of spanner in the works in regards to this organization of whatever was going on. Again, like what I picked up in the previous reading, this situation is now leading to some kind of courthouse. In the masculine reading, I believe it was, or the karmic reading, I can't remember now, but there was an energy of the emperor, the masculine energy, having to run. The runner card came out from imprisonment, which was in the reverse. It's like someone's trying to escape imprisonment over this situation. They're trying to flee the situation so that they're not being caught in the situation. Clarify for me, please, the official person. Journey in the reverse. It came over here, courthouse, and stolen labor. Somebody's trying to get away with something. Somebody's trying to get away with something. Tell me more about this false person anyway. The first card that came over here is the Lover's card. The Lover's card. That's under false person. So it's like this relationship was false. It wasn't real. Almost like an illusion. That's what this brothel I'm feeling right now was made to look like. It was made to look like a family home. I don't know about the distant horizon. I feel like there's going to be a loss of finance within the distance. Let's see. Yeah, look, peace. But I feel like there's an energy of something being stopped. It couldn't happen. Something stopped this situation from happening. Tell me more about the courthouse. Courthouse. Marriage. False marriage. Great fortune. False marriage for a great fortune. Maybe that's the fraud. Maybe that's how the money was embezzled. Tell me more about the toil and labor energy. What's toil and labor energy here? 10 years. Maybe this was going on for. The community was taken advantage of, and now it's come to light. This card was in the reverse yesterday. The community was concerned. It was in the reverse. Now it's in the upright. So there's whoever this dark male is brought that change, that transformation for this community. Whatever advantages was being taken here within this situation, that's why it says energy is gaining momentum. Something is the situation is being brought to the light. Mature woman again, clarifying this Empress. Mature woman now is at the bottom of that deck. Abundance. I'm clarifying marriage. It says keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. I feel the energy of somebody here marrying for money, marrying for abundance. There was another agenda here. That's the manipulation. Somebody married for the money and the bliss that this marriage could bring. Tell me more about this false person energy. Eight years I'm hearing. Married for free. There's some kind of ending to that now. It's been brought to the light. False person energy, girl with the snake. That's what flipped over just now when I was shuffling. It says empath, narcissistic, being charmed or used, enabled and boundaries. Someone took advantage of their role that they were left to do. This dark male almost left this fair male in charge of his younger sibling, and this younger sibling took advantage of the finances. But now that this dark male is back, there's anger, there's no forgiveness in the situation. although this was once a friendship, once there was love in this situation, but there's none now because, again, blood is thicker than water. Somebody once said to me, if you've got a bucket of water and you put one drop of red in there, the whole bucket will turn red. The whole thing will turn red. You don't mix yourself and put yourself in these kind of manipulative situations, especially when you're friends with innocent energy. You don't take advantage of innocent energy, full stop. So it says, Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, or meeting, hesitation. It says wedding rings in the reverse. It says union, wedding, married, soul connection, internal love, everlasting promise. So whatever this situation is, the community is seeing the falseness to it, and it looks like it's going to the courthouse. This is why this official person's here. It says frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. Tell me more about this official person. More about the energy of this official person. Not today. This official person is keyed off. Don't want to hear it. It says not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, cool, person, boundaries, still angry. Again, this could be that dark male energy. It might not necessarily be an authority figure. Although it says official person, it could just mean that's the official person in this young female's life. It says welcome in love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. You don't want to hear it. That's what's being told to this official person. And it says not today. They don't want to hear it. Still angry. The dragonfly. Be light-hearted. Finding out things coming to light. Adapt, change, and heal. That's that forgiveness energy. That being in the dark about all what was going on and coming back into a situation and saying, ta-da! This dark mode is pissed right now. Someone got energy off, please. One speak here. Addiction. Girl with this naked bed on top of an unclarifying feet. It says codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, and a restraint. So there's some kind of restriction on somebody here. Whoever was doing the thieving has a restriction on them. They've got a codependent, obsessive, possessive, controlling personality. It's almost like they're restrained to one area. They can't move from that area for some reason or the other. Tell me more about this community energy. This is the chaser. Chaser in codependent relationships, fear of abandonment issues. Somebody ran straight to this area that they're now bound to. Where they got chased to that area. That's that restriction, that restraint energy, that blockage energy. Through some kind of addiction, had them having to go to this community where this manipulation is taking place. Tell me more about this chaser energy. card wanted to come out of coffin. Run away from something that ended. It says endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. But let's see. Chase the energy. Mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationship reflects our wounds and introspection. Something interrupted. Like I said, something interrupted all of this. Whatever all of this energy is, it got interrupted. Whatever I believe this fair male was running from, shone some kind of light, some kind of reflection to a community about what's going on here. Something that this fair male tried to keep in the dark from this community is now being brought to the light. Like why somebody can't leave this area, why, how come you're not gone somewhere? Because this is clarifying the thief card. It's that someone's just trapped in the area. Tell me more about this work on your energy. Work and labour. It says unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection and falling in love. That's clarifying the soul and labour. In a kind of way, it's clarifying how and what something was or did to bring balance to the situation in this manipulation is what I'm feeling within this community. Unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection and falling in love. Within that occupation, that highly worked and low paid is what I feel when I look at this card. Highly worked and low paid situation. Somebody caught feelings. The card caught up, came up yesterday twice. Tell me more about this addiction. Yeah, again, the cards came back out again. Within this addictive behavior that somebody was in, this thief, something ended and something began. Tell me more about the energy of this community. This fair male around here. On the ring. I said, tell me more about the energy of where this fair male ran to, about this community. Tell me more about the community that this fair male ran to after this ending, this addictive cycle that somebody founded to, dragging their feet kind of energy. And it says many options, decisions, unconditional, string along, one night stand. So that's what someone ran to. What was the blockage within this coffin energy? Tell me more about this. Says, no fight left, retreat, stubborn, chip on their shoulder. Tell me more about this coffin energy. That was one of the options that was left. It says here, cancel reunion, feeling unwelcome, leaving home. So this was a home energy. Wherever this fair male left from and ran from, I should say, it was home. There was a home essence towards it all. It says restrictions, lack of energy, no romance, impulsive slowness, lack of movement. So some kind of happy thing, some kind of, I don't know, maybe there was a wedding, an engagement, some kind of commitment was here for this fair male, and wherever it was that he ran from, it's that home energy. But when he left that home energy, he ran straight into this situation, which, from the energy of how the reading's gone, it was an affair. This is a family affair. That's what I've titled the whole thing. This is a family affair. I felt it strongly in like the first 2 readings that I did. This is a family affair. And this again confirms that restriction energy. It says restriction, lack of energy, no remorse, impulsive, slowness, lack of movement. So there's restriction over where this fair male's come from. So there's a blockage there. There's probably no communication, no romance, lack of energy, slowness, lack of movement, impulsive. That's that addictive energy there. Tell me more about this dark male's energy towards this situation. It says learning to cope, letting go of stress and negativity, light at the end of the tunnel. Letting go of any guilt that he had. This dark male is letting go of any guilt that he had towards the situation, because he can see a way out. Justice is going to be brought to this situation. Tell me about the energy of this young female. Where's this young? It's right underneath. I know. Wrong card, isn't it? She's with the chase I'm hearing. Imbalance, breakups, endings and abuse. She's also running, because this card fell over on the chaser card. She's also running, but for some reason it's in the same direction as the fair male, where the fair male ran to. Okay, so this young female's running back home because this fair male ran to this young female energy. And with all this that's gone on, and when this Knight of Swords energy, I believe it is, came back to this home energy here, I feel like this fair male had to leave the situation. So now it's giving this young female to return back, to run back. To this community because of an imbalance, a breakup, endings and abuse. How does the community feel towards this fair male? Moving on, acceptance, healing, forgiveness, releasing emotions and letting go of addiction. So they flew right over on addiction. They see him getting over whatever situation had ended prior. They see him getting over a lot. They see him healing. They see him having a lot of confrontation around a lot of issues. Coming to an end, failure, lack of concentration. It says lack of empathy, pessimistic, overly critical, mental fog. So it's like this community now sees this fair male for who he is then, in a kind of sense. Like, they're seeing that there's more to him than what he probably introduced himself to be. They saw the advantages that was being taken, and they wasn't happy. That came up in the previous reading. It's almost like they made a phone call to this official person, this dark male energy. Had to pause again, back again. I'm just going to jump straight in with the tarot. Kind of lost where I was. I'm just going to jump in with some tarot. Two of Swords. That's that decision energy. That's someone really looking into what direction they need to go to. Seven of Pentacles. That's someone taking with them what they've got. That kind of quick energy. Quickly take what you've got and just leave the rest. Take what you can carry. That Fool's energy. But it's more than that. It's more like a fleet energy. Seven of Pentacles. You planted your seeds and it's harvest. But it's like you're not harvesting it properly. It's almost like a quick energy. Quick energy. The Hermit. Virgo energy in the reverse. And Two of Wands in the reverse. It's like someone coming out of hiding kind of energy. Virgo energy. Three of Cups. There's a celebration. Someone's having to do right by this young female in this situation. Almost like they haven't got no choice. Fear of judgment of the community and this courthouse situation. There's no choice in this situation. High Priest. That's like the High Priestess energy, but this is the High Priest, so it's a masculine energy. Magician energy. Ten of Pentacles. There was manipulation around financial gain. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Whoever this young female was, there was an instability about her. The Empress in the reverse. It's almost like, oh no, it's not the Empress, it's the Chariot in the reverse. So it could be that this is a Cancerian energy. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Prince of Cups. There's secrecy around this. It's almost like someone's going to do this and send a signal. They're not going to tell nobody what they're doing. They're just going to do this, and later on, they're going to send a signal. They're going to take what they can, go to where they're going, and send a signal to who they need to. For an example, if they need any finances or whatever like that, they will know who to contact. This is a matter of running. Someone's on the run here. Going back to the Empress energy reading and the karmic reading, there was the energy of this young female energy. There was an urgency there as well. She needed to get out of this exploitation that was going on. Tell me more about this karmic energy. Four of Cups. need to release something. Someone's needing someone to release some money to them, release some finances to them. I feel like someone's telling somebody a sob story in order to get that finance. Tell me more about the Four of Cups energy, or releasing guilt. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's got a plan, they've seen a way out of the situation to take them out of that Nine of Swords energy. I'm going to read this out of the book. Because I don't know, this is not your usual tarot. So some of them is got different wording to the usual tarot. Alright, so in traditional tarot, this is the Devil card, Cronunnos. He's known as the god of the earth, the god of the forest. It says here, keywords: potential for abundance and liberation, mastery of life force, obsession, materialism, the call to awaken to responsibility. As you learn how to be successful and creative, explore your sexuality and free yourself from the inhibitions and representations. Take care not to become consumed by these activities. Be aware of denying the world with the greed, materialism, and rampant consumptions which threatens to destroy the planet. Time to accept responsibility for our life and the way we live it. It says keywords: abuse of power, succumbing temptation, spiritual blindness, and breaking loose. So that this for me now is just confirming all that the reading's been saying, and this is the energy that this fair male is wanting to come out of. He needs to think of a way to turn around the way how the community thinks of him, and the only way by doing that is bringing this relationship with this young female to a higher level. But there's some kind of deception over it. It's almost like because they have to energy, have no choice kind of energy. Big brother's back on here. Eight of Pentacles and rebirth. Someone wanted to put a stop to this. Big brother, I feel like, is wanting to put a stop to this. Maybe that's the Virgo energy. Could be that there's Virgo in the Pisces chart. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Wands. That's the decision. Three of Wands. There's a looking to, or a not looking back again. That kind of an energy, like should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Someone's looking back towards a mothering figure, a mothering energy. So that's the Moon card. I'm asking about the Three of Cups. So there's secrecy around this situation, around this third party energy, the celebration. There was secrecy around it. Maybe for this Queen of Pentacles energy. Tell me more about this. We've got Ace of Pentacles. For some reason I'm feeling this to be like something like time. Winter time. Something that took place under a full moon. I don't know. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles energy. Strength in the reverse. Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles. The Lord. Card number 4, so that would be the hold on. So it says masculine power, fatherhood, leadership, protection, boundaries, order, the structure needed for success. The Lord's strong, raw, rationally thinking and adherence to principles must be tempered by the lady's passion and feeling. A father figure, employer of authority figure, or government or official body. You may be called upon to act responsibly and in line with your values. If you are in a position of leadership, don't be afraid to act with clarity and integrity for the greater good. But there wasn't none in this situation. That's why the Lord card is here in the reverse. And in the reverse it says, an overly harsh or judgmental nature, a petty dictator who acts unfairly, and it says tyrannical because they feel inferior. If this applies to you, look at ways to raise your self-esteem and integrity. Before we are powerful, we must experience disempowerment. So you can't just, like I was getting in the energy of the karmic reading, where this emperor had slept his way to the top. So he just got to the top. So there were so much other people within the area maybe doing the similar work to what he was doing. But he came from nowhere, unknown to this community, and was in a Lord energy because he was with, I feel, a sister energy of this dark male. This dark male was some kind of business owner, authority in the community, and this fair male thought he could step into the shoes of this dark male, like take his place while he was resting and rejuvenating in a situation that was away from this, unknown to him. All of this was unknown to this dark male, who I believe now has called an authority. He's called some kind of authority figure, which has now investigated the situation and brought it to a courthouse, where justice is coming in the situation. With the Justice card right here. Justice card wanted to show itself to me in the reading, at the beginning of the reading, I would say. As if this dark male is a Libra energy, possibly also. I mean, the reading could resonate with so many people right now, so I'm just calling signs when I see them. Somebody needs to communicate. My throat chakra is just gone all of a sudden. But what I'm seeing here, it feels like somebody had full intentions of putting somebody in a situation that was going to withdraw their energy, in a situation that was deliberately to weaken them in order to gain power over them. Could be a Queen of Swords energy, air energy. More about the moon energy. Whatever was in the distance, whatever's happening within the distant horizon, whatever's coming soon, is unknown to somebody in the situation. Tell me more about this reading of one to the moon. of Cups. Nostalgia. There's somebody looking back towards a, like, Six of Cups represents childhood, long-term relationships, like, you know, relationships that's from school days, years even. It's not something that was just like, you know, like 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. This is long-standing. This is deeper than that. This is somebody looking back. Tell me more about the Six of Cups. Princess of Cups. Again, that's another card that's not. It feels like it's temperance energy though. It feels like it's temperance energy if it was traditional tarot. Feels like it's temperance energy to me. Allowing an outer masculine and feminine to blend within you to give. Yeah, that's that temperance energy. That's that needing to have harmony within the situation. A lot was taken from somebody, like, emotionally in this situation. A lot. It's really made them look back. Like when you see the Devil card come in, and when I even look up the meaning of this forest god here, he's here to trigger. The energy is there to trigger somebody into some form of realization, and going along the whole storyline of the energy I picked up on in this Holy Trinity, father, mother and child energy. This is a family affair energy. This whole third party cartel, brothel, I don't know what this advantage manipulation truly really is, but it's of a very low frequency. It's off of a manipulation, taking advantage of vulnerability, all of that. And it's got somebody now looking back to looking within themselves and back. They're looking back to their childhood days, trying to find the balance within their foundation. I'm asking about this Queen of Swords energy, and instantly the card flew out in reverse. Sagittarius energy, also air energy, Libra, Aquarius and Gemini energy. It's as though somebody's not got no peace of mind right now. They've got something to say. Somebody's got something to say. Tell me more about the Six of Swords in the reverse. There's an imbalance to this Queen of Swords energy. That's the Five of Cups. Crying over spilt milk energy. Seven of Cups. In regards to options and having very little now left to offer, just a reflection of themselves. You know when they say that somebody's a shadow of their past self. Nine of Pentacles. Look, this Nine of Pentacles in traditional tarot shows like a boastful energy, an energy of independence and self-sufficientness and having all you need in order to go to the next stage, which is Empress energy. But this is dry, this is drained, this is not, these energies can't get you to that status, because this is all regret, resentment, remorse, guilt, all of that's going on. This is the healing energy. This is what needs healing. It needs healing. That's what's making somebody return now back to their past and looking, like I said in the previous readings, you have to go back in order to go forward. You have to know where you're coming from, why you do the things that you're doing, in order to know where you're going. It's understanding the core of you. Tell me more about this Nine of Pentacles energy. Four of Wands. Someone's in regrets about a home. Almost like the foundation, like they're looking into the foundation of their home. Regrets about a foundation of a home, or business even. Tell me more about this Four of Wands. Justice in reverse, injustice. Someone wasn't looking at the red flags in the situation and it's caused them the foundation, it's caused the loss. Tell me more about this injustice, this justice in reverse. Seven of Swords. Deception. Deception. It's in the reverse, so it's like it's coming to the surface. Whatever this deception was around this home, around this business, it's now coming to the light. It's being revealed. Somebody's having to correct somebody's mistake in a legal situation because somebody wasn't paying attention to the red flags and the manipulation that was going on right underneath their nose. Seven of Swords. You know with the Seven of Swords. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Flew over onto the Seven of Cups. But in the reverse, let me just pick this up from in the book. Ace of Wands in reverse. It says, you may be feeling blocked or lacking in energy. You may be frustrated by feeling the creative fire in you eluding you. You might be aware of a sense of barrenness rather than potential, but this will pass. So again, someone's stuck in that nostalgia energy, feeling that they can't move past, going back to the other readings, that generational pattern. Not only their generational pattern or past life even patterns, but of their previous relationships. This is like one cycle after the next, going around in that infinite energy. But the reason being is because you're having to stay in this energy for a hot minute. Stay in this energy for a minute. This Six of Cups, somebody needs not to come out of this energy right now. They've still got more soul searching to do. Somebody's still got more soul searching to do. Because the key to whatever they're looking for with this lantern, is within their past, is within their childhood. Someone's needed to look into a home environment from their childhood and see the pattern and how they can change that pattern now in today's day, in this situation that's being picked up here. It's a repeating cycle. It's a repeating cycle that needs to be broken. What's the blockage for you? This is resonating with. Whoever's feeling this blockage. It says broken engagement, cheating, bitchiness, heated emotions. Again, this is a heavy argument that brought this situation to this kind of lack feeling. This feeling of somebody feeling emotionally and spiritually, physically drained. With Strength card in the reverse. Somebody's wanting to just come out of the energy of can't sleep, can't eat, can't think straight. Somebody's wanting to get out of that energy now and speak their mind over all of the manipulation that they've been through the injustice of this situation. They want to tell somebody that you're not put a block on me. I'm still going to do the things that I aim to do. This young female is realizing some things right now, maybe with the help from this dark male. Not learning from mistakes, unwillingness to learn, no goals, no motivation, lack of growth was at the bottom of the deck. That's clarifying that energy here. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. I don't know about this Queen of Swords energy. A lot of cards. King of Wands, the Lovers, and the Six of Wands. So there's some kind of decision that's going to be made. So this Queen of Wands, this air energy, this stay as it is kind of energy, top of their game kind of energy, like on point mindset. Is going to make a decision. It could be the community that's going to make that decision. They're going to see somebody out of a community. King of Wands energy, Gemini energy, also. Somebody's having to leave, make the decision to leave with somebody or without somebody because there's nobody else on that horse. King of Pentacles, and be a father. Someone's on their way to be a father, to be that nurturer, that provider, that loyal husband even. I don't know about this King of Wands energy. It's like the choice is either you can continue being a playboy and move on, or you can become a father and settle down and live your life right. That's the choice that this fair man, I believe, has got the option of. Tell me more about the love of the energy. The Sun in the reverse. There's no happiness here. Leo energy. There's no true happiness, although it could be a happy situation because the Sun card's here nevertheless. But it's not that fulfillment. It's not that true. Tell me more about this King of Wands energy. Eight of Swords. This King of Wands is stuck in his head. He's stuck in his head. Could be a cusp between Aries and Taurus. King of Pentacles, King of Wands. Or it could be a decision that a young feminine energy is got to make between a King of Pentacles, a solid providing father energy within our life, or this King of Wands energy, which can't make a decision about the situation. He can't find happiness within himself, within the situation. Emotionally, mentally, physically, maybe even tied to the situation. Tell me more about the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Swords. Looking back energy. Knowing that there's no return energy. Tell me more about the Eight of Swords energy for this King of Wands energy. Doesn't know how to commit. Five of Swords. I feel like something's backfired. Tell me more about this Five of Swords energy with this Eight of Swords. Somebody who's wanting to win at all costs. This is the reason why I said backfired, because it's falling in the obstacle position. It's like neither upright or reverse. Again, it's clarifying. But this could be a happy situation, but deep in this King of Wands heart, it's not. This King of Wands is stuck in his head. He's gone from the Five of Swords, which is that doing whatever it takes to win at all costs, to get whatever, like doing whatever you have to do in order to get what you need. This exploitation energy right over here. is taking advantage of this vulnerable energy right over here, this manipulation of this whole organization, business, of whatever it was. That situation, whatever it was, left this King of Wands stuck in his head. Now left with the decision to fix up or ship out. Five of Swords energy. He doesn't want whatever the situation created for him to slip out of his hands. Death card. He knows that way of being, that narcissistic way of being, that in and out energy, that possessive, obsessive, controlling energy needs to stop. Death to that. Tell me more about the death card. Death card to transformation. This is the change. Change from that way of being. Change from being stuck in the head. From that egotistical way of being with the Five of Swords. That winning at all costs, regardless of other people's feelings in the situation. Tell me more about this death energy. Or maybe the transformation, because the death card is looking straight towards the King of Pentacles. That more stable, fatherly figure. That provider. So that could be the change in the situation. Tell me more about the death. So that breaking that generational pattern, that mindset, that way of thinking, understanding that old ways of thinking is not going to get you nothing new. Making the best of a bad situation, I'm feeling. Making it work. Having no choice but to make it work. Tell me more about this death card energy. That's the Tower in the reverse. And it's falling up here towards the beginning of the reading. And it's also falling on the Six of Cups. That's that childhood energy, that secretive energy, whatever's in the past, whatever's hidden from the past, from way back in the past. Maybe at the beginning of your relationship, long standing, could be years, 10, 15, 20 years even. That cycle of life, that conditioned thought pattern is being broken now. There's an ending to it. Tower card was here in the reverse. Or maybe it's work in progress for moving on past that situation. Three of Swords in the reverse. Tell me more about the Tower. I have a Tower here in the reverse. Queen of Wands. Becoming a solid partner, finding your match. Whatever this Tower moment's brought, it's gonna bring a union together. But the Queen of Wands is here, which is a mirror image of the King of Wands. So they're a pair, they're a couple. For whoever's resonating with the young female's energy within this reading, the young vulnerable energy that's been taken advantage of here through this manipulation, I can see you're going to get your confidence back, which is a good thing. The situation hasn't broken you. You've seen that the situation was never made to break you. It was always here to make you. Turn you into that queen energy. But don't make it destroy your heart space. Don't make you act like the King of Wands was, that in and out, flighty, narcissistic energy. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands energy. the Magician. Flipped out. Use your growth in the right way. Manifest the things into your life the right way. Work hard for the things that you want. Stand strong within the situation. Stand your ground even within the situation. Stay humble, get grounded. Deal with that root chakra energy. Deal with whatever the pain is that makes you accept these low boundaries from this King of Wands energy. That's not willing to give no commitment right now, or no honest commitment. King of Cups here. It was slipping off of my crystal that I got here. Rock kind of looking crystal. Overcoming the obstacles of whatever this was. Don't allow someone to brute you up with just their words. That's like sweet words. Three of Pentacles. You need to understand and know that someone's willing to put in exactly what it is that you're putting in. And if they're not, then the scales are unbalanced. There's no balance in the situation. You need to know that someone's going to be working hard for you, that something's set in stone. They mean what they're saying. Tell me more about the Three of Pentacles energy. But I feel like this King of Wands energy is humbling down. He's humbling down to more of that King of Pentacles energy now. That settled down, feeling like I'm getting too older for this, ready for union now, ready for that commitment. Nine of Wands. That's that ready for a second chance. Wounded warrior energy. Been through a hell of a 9 years or so. I'm ready now to stand tall, to heal and move forward. As that father figure, that emotionally balanced person, put the hard work into a situation, into a commitment, into a work, into a business. Nine of Cups. Working hard to drop the addictive behavior, the codependency. Could be somebody with a drinking problem, drugs, alcohol, sex addictions even. Been healing to this situation. Somebody's wishing for another chance. Somebody's wishing upon a star that they can have another chance in a situation. More about the star energy. Two of Cups come right back out again. The wish is for union. Somebody's wishing for a union, wishing for one more chance within the union. That's someone's overall wish right now. Hold on. Let me start to clear this up for some outcome. Outcome here with the Two of Cups. With this. Getting to know each other. Love yourself first. And new love. So this is not a new love. This situation is not something new. So it's somebody who you already know in the situation. I don't even feel like there was even a separation within this situation. Just real bad, heavy energy. One more card. Honeymoon. Clarify for me this new life. I'm going to see here in the reverse. Like, it's almost like putting that passion back into it, like that beginning dating. Release your ex. Clear your energy. It says this time has come to clear your energy. Not just your ex as in your ex. Maybe somebody's not over their ex, but not just having to clear your ex. It's your environment, your energy, your expectations of how you feel something should go. Control over a situation. Surrender to control. Love yourself first in the situation. That's raising your boundaries. That's going for the young female energy here. Set your boundaries higher than the energy of the karmic reading that I did prior to this one. If it's that you was made to exploit yourself in this situation and you did that out of codependency, out of needing to have somebody in your life, hopefully that's healed with the Queen of Wands energy. By whoever this dark male is, hopefully they've helped you gain that understanding. Self-love first. Tell me more about this love yourself first energy. Flew over on honeymoon. Separation. So there was a separation and that's now ended. That separation is now going to end. Whatever honeymoon was planned and was cancelled is coming. And within that honeymoon is where you're going to rekindle this relationship again with this dark male. Or maybe someone new. It might be a holiday romance. Tell me more about getting to know each other. Because of this situation. Tell me more about getting to know each other. Express your love. Again, it's in the reverse. Again, I'm going back to the energy of the pre-shuffle. There's a need to wait. Not yet. Someone's still not understanding their worth in the situation. So this is why the situation can't come into union as yet. It's coming, and it's coming soon. Tell me more about you deserve love. It says here, religious factors. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I feel age difference here. I've been feeling that since the previous reading as well. So it could be that there's an age difference here. Again, it goes back also to the upbringing that I was speaking of in the previous reading also, where the lesson here I believe for the masculine to learn is that the way he may have seen a father image in his life, a masculine energy in his life, treat other women in his life, or treat women in his life, wasn't good. He probably saw his masculine energy in his life have other women, treat them in a particular way which was maybe unfair in his eyes, but he just grew believing that was right. Maybe this is what's interfered with the connection here, whoever this is resonating with. So there's a need to understand that that behavior is not right. Something needed to change. Somebody had to really look into their way, how they treat people. And that's what the devil energy is about. It will definitely trigger a tower moment, a realization. Keep an open mind at the bottom of the deck. Not all is what it may seem. And I've been picking that up along the reading. I'm going to pull some surrender cards. because I can feel that there's love in this connection. Whoever this is resonating with, there's definitely love in this connection. There's a little bit of imbalance, and this is the reason why I believe separation is here in the reverse, and it's got that energy of weight. It's got the energy of weight. Because there's still growth needed in this situation in order to bring it into the alignment for it to be able to work. I feel like this King of Wands energy is now ready to step into that mature husband, father, committed energy. And although there's growth for this young female, it might be she might grow into a kind of flighty energy. Like there's one song I've got bare songs that remind me of it. Comes through in my readings, and it says heartbreak. It says heartbreak. You never take it for the worse. If I fling it on the left and fling it in reverse, heartbreak. But young girl, do not do it for the first. Heartbreak. You never take it for the worse. You fling it on the left and you fling it in reverse. But young girl, do not do it for the first. Don't make this situation change you. That kind of eye for eye energy. Don't do what someone else done to you. That's not going to make the situation right. You're still damaging your soul. You're still chipping away at your soul. What needs to be surrendered in this situation? In regards to religious factors here in the reverse. Will enable on the strength card, and it says surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on the goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. That's that healing energy. That's that healing the past and gaining strength within yourself. The more you heal, the more you can grow. Like again, the reason why I pause is it says here, release your ex. I always say, like, the more you clear, the more you hear. The more you clear your environment and your thoughts, your inner thoughts. Just take that 5 minutes towards yourself, that hermit energy. Go within yourself, that soul-searching energy. You get the answers you need. You build strength. That's that rejuvenation energy. That healing energy. It needs to be surrendered within the separation here in the reverse. Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and a worth that came from just being you. Don't allow the situation to spoil who you are. Surrender to your ego. Cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Understand, that's why the song came through. Heartbreak, you never take it pretty worse. You fling it on the left and you fling it in reverse. But young girl, do not do it pretty first. Do it for the right reasons. If you're going to move on in a situation, do it for the right reasons. Don't do it because you need to have somebody in your life. That's that shadow work, having to look into yourself before you can even put anybody else into your life. You need to get into the energy of love yourself first. It needs to be surrendered in regards to this love yourself first energy. It says surrender to complete healing. Understand that. It says open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional and spiritual healing. So within this situation, that's why I get that energy with the Queen of Swords. When I see the, not Queen of Swords, sorry, the Queen of Wands energy. Even though she's here in the upright, and that's a positive sign. But for some reason, I feel like the young energy, young female, has matured. She's doing some kind of healing work. But there's a need to wait. Clear your energy. And get onto this energy here where it says love yourself. It's in the upright, so I can see you're moving in that direction with the Queen of Wands, but there's still need for more healing here. It says you deserve love. Tell me more about this energy. You deserve love. Why do you deserve love? What needs to be surrendered? It says surrender to the that wandering eye energy. It says open to the magic of every moment and sense and wonder in all of life. The attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of the flow. That let go, let God. Let go, let God. Surrender to the divine. That's what it is. Surrender to your higher calling. I sense a healing energy, or a potential for healing energy, but somebody just doesn't know the direction, or even not the direction, the potential of who they truly are. And if they do, there's a need to use your gift wisely. Tell me more. Use your gift wisely. It says surrender to defensiveness. Again, don't allow this situation to spoil the core of who you truly are. It says defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate is in a more empowered way. Stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. That's that communication. Communication works both ways. That's that getting to know each other energy. Tell me more what needs to be surrendered here when it's getting to know each other. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So there's a need here to focus on yourself. Whatever's to be will be. That's that go with the flow energy. Whatever will be will be. Work on yourself first. Again, I got another song and it says, this is about love and inner light. This is about love. I can't remember it now. But anyway, it says this is about love and inner light. Set free your boundary, set it high like a dove. Anything after that is a blessing from above. I'm gonna make it fit like a glove. So any connection that comes towards you, any union that comes towards you, it's going to be more balanced than you've ever felt before. Because why? You've set the tone of how you want others to treat you. Within the separation, you put in the healing work. Tell me more about this honeymoon. What needs to be surrendered in regards? Surrender to attachment results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So it's like here, someone's put out an offer. Oh, I'm going to pay for you to go on holiday. Kind of energy. And this person's now in a pause of whether to accept that holiday offer. It's almost like a offer of guilt. But let's not say it for the purpose of the reading. Let's just say it's out of the kindness of their heart. They want to go away. They want to work on this relationship, have communication, get to know each other again. Start this new love energy. Get back together after this separation. But there's an energy of wait. There's a need to wait here. It says express your love. Tell me more about this energy. What needs to be surrendered in order for this love to be expressed? So much. Surrender to frustration. Surrender to negative thinking. And the next card that come out is surrender to resentment. They read, surrender to resentment. Holding on to resentment only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Surrender to negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts when negative thoughts surface. Say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Surrender to frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The keys to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. That's that wait energy. Look at the situation for what it truly is. Forget what you're hearing for a hot minute and look at what you're seeing. Actions speak louder than words. Prevention is better than cure, for sure. What's the advice for who distributing information? That just kind of slipped out of my hands. It says romance. That's that holiday bliss energy. It says Cupid's arrow strikes. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So that's that need again of releasing that X, releasing that way of thinking. Surrendering to complete healing. Surrendering to the messages that you receive from above. Those feelings that you feel that something's just right. Something's going to work. Someone's telling the truth. Follow your intuition. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. All's going to work out. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For your heart is the gateway to your soul. That heart chakra, that's the gateway, that's the key. That's why I say love. Love triggers these awakenings, these realizations that people come to. These transformations within themselves that they have to make. Because if your heart chakra is blocked off because of hurt, betrayal, deceit, trauma, and all of this and all of that, is how come we get into relationships of codependency where we're looking for something that's already within us, it just needs healing. So therefore we manifest the wrong things into our life. We manifest it from a place of hurt. It says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and your memories you have shared with those you love. So make the best of this life that you have. Don't wreck it by greed and manipulation and all of those others. Learn something from the situation. If ever you get a second chance within the situation with this young female energy, make it work. Make it work. I can see the heart's in the right place on both sides. Even with the female, this young female, heart's in the right place. But it just seems like there's both ironing out to do on both sides. Let go of the past situation because your soulmate, it might not be a twin flame connection, but that's okay. Because soulmate connections are just as powerful, just as meaningful. It says your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe and they will manifest physically. Only time will tell. Let go, let God. Let's see what's going to be said. I haven't got this deck, so bear with me. There's definitely a love connection here. So I'm going to pull these love messages. What does this female want to say to this Queen of Wands in this situation? definitely passion in this relationship. There's definitely attraction. I want to say to this female. Your words linger in my head. So I'm just going to pick this card up. That this young female wants to say in regards to this situation, to this female. Look, this was in there, I didn't even realize. Mask. It says, not showing the feelings, hide personality, pretend, delude, gaslighting. Nothing's a coincidence for me. That's how this young female feels. Tell me more. This young female wants to say to this female in regards to this situation. You've been in my dreams. It says surrender to non-action. It flew over on the defensiveness. Surrender your attachment results. So whatever took place here with this young female, it's still very much in her thoughts. Very much still in her thoughts. She's even having dreams. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. That's what she wants to say to the dark male. I said, how does she feel towards the dark male's energy? She says, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. That's the young female. But it also fell over on your words linger in my mind. So I feel, because as I was shuffling, I felt a kind of heaviness, kind of metallic taste come over my tongue. Got the feeling of communication needs to happen. I feel like they had a real strong conversation in regards to the separation that they're in and whether they start a new relationship with this fair male. And she feels that she can't meet this sibling, her older sibling, or this family member, or this older influence in her life. She don't feel she can meet their expectations. So if they're saying for her to do something for her better good and to heal from the situation, she don't feel she can do that right now. Why? Because she wants to reconnect back with this fair male. How does this fair male feel? No other compares to you. You've been in my dreams. So there's dreams, it's like whoever this female is, this young female, has had some kind of effect on this fair male, that even he's up thinking about this young female. There's a passion here. There's definite passion here. But there's also defensiveness here. I feel badly for the way that I treated you. You didn't deserve it. That's the Queen of Wands energy towards this fair male. And they fell over on surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that came from just being you. So that's that wanting to apologize for trying to break down somebody's nature intentionally, that manipulation energy. how could you still love me after all I've done? So I was asking about the relationship. This is only time will tell. I was asking about the relationship between the dark male and the fair male. And it says, how could you still love me after all I've done? And the energy speaks of only time will tell. So only time can heal the relationship, the friendship between this dark male and this fair male. As long as this fair male does right by this younger female energy, this Queen of Wands, Swords, maybe even energy. If he does right by this energy, then he can slowly repair the relationship with his friend. And that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to pull no more, but I'm definitely going to come back and do the energy on the young air energy that I picked up on, that made me even start doing this series here, that picked up on all of this energy that's come up over the last week now. Because within all that's come up, I haven't seen his energy or her energy really come through. It's almost like he was the trigger for the healing process. Again, never too young to teach and never too old to learn. Like whatever this young energy brought, it brought forth all of this healing, well, it exposed, let me say, all of this healing that needs to take place, and that is actually taking place. Whoever that energy child is here to uplift this family affair. It's almost like this young air energy child is fully aware of what the healing process is and what needs to be done. This air sign child knows full well you have to go back to zero in order to come forward. You have to know where you're coming from, where all of the pain started, in order to heal that. In order to bring healing to the current situation, to all of this deceit and karmic energy, exploitation, all of that. All of this needed to be exposed, be brought to the light, in order for change, transformation to happen within this community and within this relationship here, with especially this young female. The Empress energy didn't even come up in this reading to say. She's at the bottom of the deck though. Mature man. Judification. Yeah, the Empress is good. Like, she's got unexpected things coming in for her too. She's got change coming in for her. There's a whole new journey for this Empress. Because why? She made a choice for herself to walk away from this situation. She saw that it came out at some point, depending on your journey. It came to the light, and she made a conscious decision to walk away from that. So now it's left to just this third party energy. And this is what's going on here for the Emperor on the other side of the relationship. That's that coffin energy. This is the where this fair male ran straight into this community, into this energy. Yeah, see, the Empress has had a change of mind, change of direction. Yeah. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. Oh, so if I can pick them up. So this is the Empress's energy. So we've got Empress. We've got the Strength card. She's found her strength. She's gone through that rebirth energy. She's rebuilding her foundation. Stronger with the Strength card. Change of perspective. Change of mind. Can't talk, my tongue's on heavy. New world. That's this 2021 energy. Fool card. Death to the old. Moving forward. Away from toxicity. Into High Priestess energy. Secrets. What was in the dark has come to the light with the sun. 2021 energy. Judgment. Although they're all major arcana cards, so then this is what makes me, it confirms it with this bottom of the deck for me. But Coffin would have been the next card out. This is the mature woman, the Empress energy. The situation for her wasn't mature enough. She's gonna find her counterpart. The 6 to the 5. She's gonna find her counterpart. Judification. gift, high honor, unexpected income that she didn't expect. That's going to make a massive change for her. Out of this, the Five of Pentacles lack energy, was probably going through some hard financial times. But there's change coming to that situation because she made a choice to walk away from this situation. Put her time and effort into herself in order to find that one. Let's just say that one. To feel that privilege, to feel like that lady, to feel like that woman energy, that feminine energy, balancing it all back out. Think about it, the energy stops. So that's another energy. Again, I might tap into her one first because I did say whoever's at the bottom of the deck for me is who I'm going to do next. And the Empress was there twice, mature woman, also with the Empress that was at the bottom throughout this reading. So yeah,